member of the Patriotic Front is summoned, you cry persecution. If no member of the PF did anything wrong, then why don't you allow the due process of the law to take its course and perhaps vindicate yourselves if you claim that most of the members that belong to the Patriotic Front are actually not corrupt?
First of all, I want to make it very clear that as Patriotic Front, we believe that nobody is sacred and that everybody must be subjected to the rule of law and must be subjected to prosecution if they are found guilty. And we are very strong believers that the fight against corruption must be supported by all Zambians. Everybody must support the fight against corruption. And we, as Patriotic Front, fully support the fight against corruption. But there's a difference between fighting corruption and running a political campaign against the Patriotic Front. What is happening now is to try to paint the Patriotic Front as a criminal organization that was masquerading as a political party. Our core is very simple. If somebody is guilty, take them to the competent courts of law, present the evidence, and let the courts judge. What we are seeing is a lot of talk about corruption, and we are seeing arbitrary seizures of people's properties. And we are seeing this political hullabaloo in the media about the corruption. But we are not seeing people appearing before the competent courts of law for corruption and being convicted. It is 1 year down the line, nobody has been convicted. So what we want to do is that the fight against corruption should not only target the Patriotic Front. The fight against corruption should target every Zambian. You cannot fight corruption by only fighting the Patriotic Front. What about the corruption that is going on currently in the UPND government? I came here with papers, because I don't move with papers. But today I came with papers because I wanted to present the evidence to the people of Zambia about the corruption in the UPND administration. We have a scandal where $100 million has been squandered by the UPND government in the Ministry of Health. And what we have seen is that one gentleman by the name of Dr. Magwende has been used as a sacrificial lamb to prove that they are fighting this corruption. They claim that Dr. Magwende did not seek the authority to disburse $100 million. But here I have the letters. This letter is from the Ministry of Finance, okay? And it's signed by Secretary to the Treasury, Felix Nkulekisa. This letter gave authorization to Magwende to go ahead with the $100 million deal. I have another letter here. This letter is from the Ministry of Justice, and it is signed here by the Attorney General, Mulilo Kabesha. Mulilo Kabesha, as Attorney General, did authorize Dr. Magwende, as Permanent Secretary, to go ahead with the $100 million deal. Today that we have exposed this corruption, they have decided to change and use Dr. Magwende as a sacrificial lamb. $100 million of taxpayers' money cannot be accounted for.